On a serene morning, the park was alive with the soft chirping of birds and the golden rays of sunlight peeking through the trees. Amidst this tranquility sat Alex, a young soul weighed down by confusion and self-doubt. Slouched on a wooden bench, Alex stared at the ground, wrestling with a question that had been haunting them. Why does everything feel so overwhelming? Why can't I seem to get things right? Just then, an elderly man named Mr. Hayes strolled into view. With his silver hair glinting in the sunlight and a warm smile that could soothe any storm, he seemed like a picture of wisdom and calm. He noticed Alex's troubled expression and, without hesitation, sat down beside them. "Good morning," he said, his voice gentle yet steady. "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" Alex barely nodded, still lost in their thoughts. But Mr. Hayes wasn't one to give up so easily. He introduced himself and, with a kind tone, asked, "You seem to have a lot on your mind. Want to talk about it?" At first, Alex hesitated, unsure if this stranger could truly understand. But something about Mr. Hayes felt trustworthy. Slowly, the words spilled out about the struggles, the self-doubt, and the overwhelming feeling of being stuck. Mr. Hayes listened intently, never interrupting. When Alex finished, he nodded thoughtfully and said, "You know, I've seen many mornings like this one. Some brighter, some cloudier. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that every challenge carries a lesson. Sometimes we're so focused on what's going wrong that we forget to see what we can learn from it." Alex looked at him, intrigued. "What do you mean?" "Let me share a story," Mr. Hayes began. "Years ago, I was where you are now. I felt like I was failing at everything I tried. But one day, I realized that failure wasn't the end. It was just feedback. Every mistake taught me something I needed to know to get closer to success." He paused, letting the words sink in, then continued. "Start small. Build habits that align with your goals. Be consistent, even if progress feels slow. Over time, those small efforts add up, and you'll see yourself growing in ways you never imagined." Alex's shoulders began to relax. The frustration in their eyes gave way to curiosity, and then a spark of hope. As the morning sun climbed higher, the two sat in companionable silence for a while, the only sounds being the rustle of leaves and the occasional chirp of a bird. Finally, Mr. Hayes stood up, his smile as warm as ever. "Remember, Alex," he said, "you're not alone in this. Every strong tree you see started as a fragile sapling. Be patient with yourself and keep growing." Alex watched as Mr. Hayes walked away, feeling a weight lift from their heart. The world suddenly seemed brighter, and the path ahead felt less daunting. That day, Alex didn't just leave the park. They left with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face life with courage and determination.